Yo, watu wangu wa nguvu manze, welcome back to another episode ya Rhymes Na Nonini. And this week, by the way, coincidentally, I kid you not, misi kwa rajua ni wiki ya Valentine's. So, by the leo nimetoka nimevaa red. By the way, ni coincidence.
Black na red, ni coincidence. Kuna kitu kayo. Hapo unaongeza gold hapo juu. Buda. Kumbe ni weni hizo za it's Valentine's.
Bro. Wacha nikwambie, hii jako nimewa leo because imeprintiwa. Nikasema wacha nivae.
Haikuwa mambo ya Valentine's.
So sasa nikipiga Valentine's yakumbuka, sasa nikipiga intro. Damn, it's Valentine's. Welcome to
Hey, what's up, bro?
Noma,
mtu paka viatu ni Valentine's. Hapo unataka kuniambia ni by chance. Hapo mimi nimekuja tu grey. Buda, si poa hiyo.
Lakini wacha nikwambie, unaona hii raida tu watch. Mimi naweza kuwa nimepiga red. Lakini matamshi yako yote kwa hiyo show itakuwa red. Matamshi ni red. Ukiongea ndambia editor tu mambo za red, yani matamshi. Welcome manze Mathenge.
Asante bro.
RNN watu wamekuwa kingoja show sana.
Yeah man.
Alafu mimi nakuaga na kitu moja inaitwa OCD.
Yes.
So lazima tuweke kitu iko straight. Sasa stretch venye OCD.
I get you. Wewe na huyo binti hapo mko same WhatsApp group.
OCD vitu waza
kila kitu paka namwambia ni nini wewe? Acha tu tuishi tu hivyo.
Mbogi imekudai sana yani.
Oh yeah.
So before we continue, number 1, do this. Dial *126#. Angalia bonga points zako ni ngapi, niandikie hapo kwa comments au sio, and I'll give you some Safaricom credit. Mzima.
Niaje bro?
Umekuwa na show?
Yes manze, and as I told you, nikakwambia
umenieka parking 1 year.
Buda, 1 year hata issue sio 1 year old. Unaona vile uongo inakuanga. You see how people just like kitu ni 6 months man, nasema 1 year old.
Manze, I'm glad about you here.
Yeah, as we talked earlier, I was telling you nilikuwa chini ya maji for some time. Yeah, sometimes mi upenda saa zingine kaa away from the spotlight.
Vitu zikae fit according to strategy yako pia.
Strategy, and sometimes you just want also a break.
Yeah.
Unajua sometimes you feel like every time kuna kitu out there, you know, na feel ka pressure kiasi. So sometimes I consciously avoid like being there so that pia inajipatia energy. So kasa hizi kumetoa ngoma, so
I'm feeling some new energy from you.
So I have to get now new energy for some time. So that's why when we talked with you, I told you, I'm seeing what you're doing is good stuff.
The right time.
Because it's here to stay.
Ni RNN. By the way, ni challenge nilisema RNN hezi acha because nangoja mtu mmoja akam, so nikifail hata wewe uliacha huko consistent. Ulianza show ukaachana naye.
Exactly. So inakupatia drive kupush.
Man. Bro. I watch your CTA. And big up Richard ulimaliza sana. Story fulani ilinibamba kabla tuingie into the music. Mimi niko na boy mtaani ule aliniinspire kuingia kwa muziki, anaitwa Tito. Kwa itwaga original MC. Niliona vile uko na Tito wako wazee. Kwa hiyo ndio Tito jo.
Yo, uliona
unaandika ngoma, unaenda unaipiga kwa radio, uko wax ya ajui.
Wewe alikuwa anaitwa Newton siku hizi manzi anafanya tattoos noma sana.
Yeye uchora matatu.
Ni mkubwa sana kwa tattoos. Hata alinifanyia hizi.
Culture, inaitwa
culture man. So Newton manzi.
Ni Tito. Yaani ni Tito wangu. That song you freestyled. Iko ngoma gani?
Ilikuwa Megarider bro.
Megarider.
So Megarider nilikuwa nimeandika like just a bit, a vibe.
Uliandika ama you freestyle it on radio that day?
So what happened is nilikuwa you've written a bit and then you're given a beat, so you start the story, then you kind of like go on with it. So that's what happened. Like I endelead a bit. So I started just the first few lines, asubuhi na mapema, just the first part. And then after that I just continued. Then it was like a story, like I'm going somewhere, I'm going to do something. Like ni kama tu just a normal day. Nilitoka asubuhi nikifanya hivi naenda hivi, alafu naingia kwa bus, alafu naenda hivi. And kwa naongea tu ile my day normally is. So nikaona tu ina come out kama ngoma. So I think what ilikatch watu ni vile nilikuwa naisema tu. It was different from what people were seeing around. Ilikuwa tu its own vibe. So
was it a real story? Was it you putting yourself in somebody somebody's shoes, or it's actually that's what you
that was what I was going through, like, because if you listen to the song Megarider, In a Touch, that time nilikuwa student, so kwa mind yangu one of the things
nipigeo line
one of the things nilikuwa nafikiria nikiwa student ni will I get a pass or will I get a first class. Kuna place nasema hivyo for Megarider. So obviously hapo una realize this a student who's talking, so and then the other part is obviously ukiwa a student kuna madeni, so pia
bigger line,
kuna hiyo kuna hiyo line ya the one I can say is Nameless, can you drop me home tonight? Sasa actually ni Wahu alimba hiyo part. Yeah, right, you're flyness, I am carless. Sasa ameniacha bila stress and now I'm loveless. So that part ni kana ongea juu ya hiyo pressure ya unapenda dame, lakini hauna
uko carless,
so hauna loveless. Niko Megarider. So pia that's part of what my life was. And then I also sang going to the club, it's going to be a party, there's a line I say that in the third verse when nimesema nimeenda club, and that shows that partying was part of my life, because campus unajua, you know,
the ratiba lazima zitoke first year.
Exactly. And then there's also the place I said Mr. Tejosaya twende kazi, guess who's in the place with the style and grace, with the Nameless. So when I taja Tejosaya, of course na big up my music side that I was now entering. So niliongeza jina yake when I won the competition.
Bado ndio kama utaenda kurekodi
sasa nikajua sasa hapo lazima niweke kwa jina.
Unajua chocha
unaweka producer kwa ngoma ndio unamchocha kidogo. So the song touched all the things that is going to affect school, madem, partying and music. So it was really my life. It was just the life of this college kid who has his interests.
Kali sana. So man, that was Megarider. That was, me, unajua interview yangu, people know your story. Kuna major interviews you've done,
different,
so they know your background and everything. So me, I want to focus on the music and the stories behind the music.
Straight up.
Majitu.
Nini
ilifanywa andike? Nataka ku understand ukiandika hiyo line. Mind yako iko wapi? Uko make believe? Ni nini Buddha?
Mimi hujaribu kuangalia like the things that interested me like nikiwa young. Like there was some I would like things that are kind of like mysterious. And kind of
gothic.
Like gothic and so like I really liked Undertaker. There were many people like Undertaker, manze. And like out of all these guys, I was like, this is my nigga. You get?
The Undertaker.
Like he was like mysterious and kulikuwa na hiyo analeta kafia kidogo, but
bado mnampenda. You love to hate him.
Exactly. Not love to hate. Funny enough, guys, like they feared him. In like he was like the Undertaker, even the music and all that. But he was popular. People, yani, bro, I was following the Undertaker story, man. The guy has been there like for years.
Ule ni noma.
Like all the wrestlers respect him because I'm a fine way to sustain. So I used to like those kind of things. So I guess it come through into my music where I'm talking about Majitu and you know I'm protected by the Majitu.
Usinikaribie bro. Shida iko wapi muda uko Majitu bro? No man, nini magoe.
Hiyo ndio the first song I did.
Zinaitwa magoe. Unajua ukipiga protected by the magoe. Zinaitwa magoe.
I know man. So I like concept songs that are just like not the normal thing. But I did that with Ogopa. That was my first track with him. I feel like haiku connect sana. Watu hawakuelewa. Wanashinda sasa wanaongea juu ya nini?
Unachanganya watu.
Unachanganya, there are those who love it. Kuna wale wanasemanga. Unajua vile unaona comment mtu anasema kama Nameless the only song napenda yako ni Majitu. Unajua your design. There are always those guys wanapenda something that never hit that much. So unapata hizo comments.
Kuna hapo Kambogi anakuelewa, anakuunderstand hiyo.
Hapo ndio ulikuwa umepata hizi zingine sasa ninanoki ni nini? Sasa ninanoki ndio imehit.
But ni yeye peke yake.
Bro, focus na wewe.
Amuko wengi bro.
Kama mlikuwa wengi mugather around more, naweza piga more. So that was Majitu. So it was a song that nilipenda, but
How many albums years down the lane? Ngapi?
Three album projects. So what I do is the first one was On Fire.
And then the
second one was Nameless Reinvented which has now Sincere.
Okay. Nameless reinvented.
Yeah, Nameless reinvented. So if you go to iTunes, all that, you'll see that. Yeah. So there was Nameless on Fire, and then there was Nameless reinvented.
Okay.
And then there's Before I R. Before I R, I released the first one was African Beauty. I call it Before I R because nilikuwa stage in my life that I'd now started thinking, you know, at some point itabidi you retire.
Yeah.
So before I R, before I retire, so already my mind started looking at myself as knowing that kutakuwa time itaend.
Yeah.
But it didn't mean now I've retired. So sometimes I think when people knew what the word Before I R is, kulikuwa na rumor that I'm retiring with that album.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that. It was just it's like I name my projects based on where I am in my career.
In life and your career.
So the first one, Nameless on Fire, was now Nameless has just come now. He's on fire. Moto anakam na huko mtanijua. And then Sincere was the time I was working with Sincere that was the first time I was reinventing.
Yeah.
So that album I was tracking more through singles, but nikitua nilikuwa natengeneza albums. Yeah, so that's the one that
Do you purposely sing for women? Ama muziki yako ufanya nini? Why does your music more inclined
more towards?
Do you do it purposely? Ama you come to?
I feel like for me you come.
Okay.
Like I find it easiest to write and celebrate the beauty of women. Like I find that those are the words that come out easiest.
Buda unataka kwanza kusumbua.
No,
unasikia bila sema I find it easy, I celebrate the bro. Na uko na wagenge hapa. Sasa wafanya wagenge okay, so continue, sorry, my bad. Continue.
Manze tuko hapa, manze tuko.
Mademo
na wagenge manze. So manze kuna vile manze.
Bonga na malales. Bonga na malales.
Yeah manze. So I feel that that's one of the things that just come naturally. And it comes out more through my music.
Okay.
I won't say kuna mtu anakuwa ananiuliza, "Hey, you like a romantic like that atuna." Mimi siko romantic hiyo like consistently unajua. But through my music I can be able to express evil.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel that it does. For me sitakudanganya. The thing I consciously told myself.
Yeah.
When I started writing, when I realized, hey, niko na power ya write, like I have something I can do to connect with guys. I told myself, kazi zangu zitakuwa za kuleta positive vibes. So for me, I'm very okay to look for anything that I feel it reduce stress ya mtu. You get? Like every time I do something, I'm like, role yangu tu, yani kila mtu kuna role different. So mimi nikaona role yangu, the one I feel I come out easiest, it comes out very clean with me, is making about, you know, happy and having fun.
Yeah.
Making about love and connecting and celebrating this or dance.
Yeah.
Or stuff like that. Making about my country, like nikifanya coming home, just something that just makes people like feel good about where they're from.
Yeah.
So nika realize too, that's my thing.
Yeah.
So just cut on your lane, you know. And even in my social media I realized just squeezing najisoma vizuri. Like I start understanding myself now.
Yeah.
I'm not the type who will post anything that brings out emotions that will create negative vibe.
Yeah.
Even if I may have a very strong opinion about something.
Yeah.
I ask myself, nikiweka, I'll create like a fight between people. And kwangu najua haitakuwa solved. So mimi nasema sitaeka kitu ambaye itafanya watu wa conflict, nitaka kitu itafanya watu wa sawa. Yeah, but then there are some people who will do that.
Yes.
And I don't have a beef with that because that's their role.
So saizi nikikuuliza BBI yes or no, hata utajibu because unajua una conflict watu, utasema yes, iko hivi, iko no, iko hivi, staki ufala. Nataka bring watu pamoja.
Exactly.
Wacha niwaimbie ngoma fit.
Yeah. So for example, maybe there's a elections. Elections.
Yeah.
So there's, you know that if I say I'm for this person, kutakuwa na wale watakuwa yani
wanafili,
alafu wataanza fight.
Yeah, conflict.
And then if I say, so they won't listen. So what do I say? I may have my opinion because I'll vote.
Yeah.
But if I bring it there, it will bring a bit of, so nasema, So mimi, we vote too, you know, that decide. Because these people are not people I know personally.
Yeah.
The only person I can say, guys, vote here Nons is if I know you personally. That's the one
and you can vouch for someone.
Yeah, that's why for me Bobby Wine, because I know him. You've seen me saying stuff about Bobby Wine.
Yes.
Because I'm like, this guy, I know him, I sat with him, I talk with him, I know where his heart is.
Yeah.
He's driven by the right thing. But some of these other guys I don't know them. So ni ngumu sana kwangu kusema mimi nakuachia ujana.
Buda, nimekuelewa, tutalose Nameless, tuseme mambo politics. Hoja Nameless ukiongea
kweli.
Focus.
Tunaongea Nameless.
Focus. Sawa, focus. Hey, tumeanza Bobby Wine. They mata change channel.
Focus.
Relax, wele poleni divert kidogo.
I know manzi wacha na politics by the way.
So Rhymes Na Nonini broadcasting live kutoka Asmara restaurant Karen.
Yeah.
Place fiti sana. You can come.
Mimi nagoja meal yangu by the way.
Itakuja itaekelewa hapa sasa hivi top. Unaweza leta mtu wako hapa 14th Feb nini, fine dining, kuna Westlands. So as we enter this topic ya leo.
Mimi sijaoda.
Hujaoda?
Mimi sijaoda.
Hebu angalia menu bro.
Mimi sijaoda.
Bachukua menu.
Well done. With rice na kachumbari.
Buda Karen hakuna kachumbari mzee.
Ai Buda.
Kachumbari.
Everywhere there's kachumbari in Kenya.
Inaitwa jina different. Kachumbari.
Dude, you can go to Kempinski manze. Mwanzo umepotea ile hapo unasema
kachumbari.
Unasema iko. Hata Kempinski iko.
Mixed vegetables.
No.
Kachumbari.
Unamwita unasema si ni kachumbari. Tunasemanga hizi vitu za juu, unajua. Yaani una realize wa Kenya ni wale. Hata Kempinski anasema Kachums. Anyway,
Song number 1.
Song number 1.
Nonini ya Nameless.
Yes.
Deadly. What inspired Deadly? Nini ilifanya uandike Deadly? Ni mtu uliona, ni akili yako tu ilikuwa ina visualize. Unajua kama manzi wa Nairobi,
Yeah.
kuna verse niliandika Namioni Nairobi tena ningeenda kucheki movie. Ya manzi mpoa Java inaenda dia jacuzzi. Ataka Julia Roberts. Nataka Nairobi la nogaga na hiyo Roberts. So hiyo time Julia Roberts alikuwa na ile movie yake
Pretty Woman.
Yes, sasa nilikuwa watch movie. So that's why I wrote that line.
That's what's wow. Deadly. I think first and foremost the funny thing, Deadly was not supposed to be the name of the song. Ilikuwa inatakana kuitwa Sexy.
Or Sexy.
Yeah, that was the line that because you are sexy. That was the first line.
Yeah.
Because you are sexy, deadly, shapely. Unapata?
Because you are sexy, deadly, shapely.
That's how it was at first. Meaning, when I was coming, because me normally the kitu nakuanga first kupata ni the chorus. Kabla sijaanza kuandika verse. Hiyo ndio inapatia topic of song.
Yes.
So, mimi what I would do normally is, nikiwa mkwama 3, ama nikiwa home, utakuwa na ngoma itakuwa inacheza, alafu naanza kuvibe nayo. So, most of the songs I wrote them normally in number 3 or at home nikisikia muziki alafu naandika kitu,
yeah.
So whichever beat was happening, the first thing that came was because you are sexy, deadly, shapely. So niliandika ngoma.
Yeah.
So the way the name came about was now when we're releasing it, I think that I didn't want it to be called Sexy, vitu kama hizo.
Wana Nonini bana, wana Nonini.
I know manze.
Ilikuwa tope because you are.
No, the funny thing.
Ilikuwa ni noma.
No, the funny thing. For blessing these guys. Think about it, Sexy is what very common.
Yeah.
Deadly gave it its own space. Without me knowing, I realized when you change it to Deadly, kama ningekuwa Sexy, ningekuwa that awkward, that word, that. Yeah. But Deadly, actually now, and like I look at it, I'm like, not many songs are called Deadly.
Deadly.
Yeah, like, and Deadly, I remember my mom was like, why are you calling something Deadly?
Deadly.
And I remember Deadly means really good, like Sheng, like ilikuwa Sheng, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Nairobi, so like, Deadly. So I'm like, what? So funny enough, ika work na hiyo beat.
Yeah.
Because your beat pia ilikuwa deadly, like it's not the normal love song.
Yeah.
You know, yani iko na ka kitu hapo.
Luki alifanya rock flani.
Yeah. So you can see that it actually worked out for the song. Yeah.
Background BVGs. Hey, who did that?
No, that's not.
Walikuwa na BVGs.
Yo leo well on hiyo umesema ni mannerless. No, hiyo ni mannerless.
Oh, ni mannerless.
Mannerless. Now mannerless is so funny, leo nilikuwa naisikiza leo. I've not heard it for so long. Na ni Wahu alifanya hizo BVGs. Unajua Wahu manzi alikuwa hapo.
Wahu alikuwa tu hapa. Hadi kumbe ulikuwa unamweka tu BVG. Kumbe anataka kutoka na unamfinyilia.
Unafinyilia kwa kibumba hapo. Ni nini wewe?
Ulifurahia. So alitoka, ulitii.
So Deadly. So and then Deadly ilikuwa ngoma, of course niko kampo. So even if you think of if you listen to the words vile zilikuwa naziandika,
twende ndani ya words
ni okay, tunaweza sema like it's a young, tunaweza sema it's a young college hot-blooded guy, just and he's saying atafuta msichana atani excite like vile mtu anaingia kampo first year ni tuko tu mazee, unajua hiyo uko tu na hiyo excitement kama huyo msichana like it's just mini, I don't know why people hear msichana wa Taita.
Msichana wa Taita, mini Taita.
Sawa.
Ausia Mtaita. Sasa watoa Taita na venye wa Taita
walikuwa nayo.
Ni Taita, mini Taita. Okay.
So stuff like that. I was looking at you because you were looking at it's very, if you listen to it, it's very like young blood.
I want to go into your head.
Yes.
When you're writing these lines, is it somebody you're thinking of? Ama uko kwa matri una make believe mtu. Simoni kwa vile mimi andika pretuma. Like I was looking at you, unafikiria nini? Are you picturing someone? What's in your head when you're writing that?
Okay. For me, I think whenever I'm writing a song, I write a song. It can be inspired by someone or something, but I write a song for people to relate with. You get? I really want to make it too specific to me. You get? So I always pick words that I feel, if you think about it, I was looking at you because you were looking at me. Any word anyone can.
Na ni vitu happen.
Yeah. Mimi niko na kucheki.
Cheki.
Can't see this chemistry. Unajua hizo vitu, but that and I realize I'm a pop artist, so it's important to find lyrics that anyone can sing along to because anajiweka hapo. You get? Yeah. So for me, I feel like I'll be struck by melody. The first thing that I first get in the melody. So I don't get the words first. I get the melody.